Hello, this is Jas with Heirloom Leaves and Seeds, and today I would like to talk to you guys about our first fall frost of the year. Now, this year it came a little bit earlier, and I was a little bit disappointed because I was having so much fun out in the garden. There were several flower varieties that was really putting out tons of flowers, nice new foliage, and it was so much fun making bouquets for the farmers market, and I just really hated to see them go. Now, our first average frost of the year is October 24th, and it came about a week and a few days early. And we had several nights in the 30s, and I knew that there was just no way that the flowers were going to survive that. Now, what I did was I put a frost blanket over some of the dahlias and celosia, and then I cut the basil, hibiscus, and sweet Annie a day early. And that worked really good because this frost was a little unexpected, and I wanted some of my customers at the farmers market to have one more chance to purchase a few of the things that I sold at the farmers market before I ended the year. Because I also sell some soap, some dried flowers, and just a few bath and body products. And so I wanted to go one more time. So here I will show you what I gathered together for the last farmers market of the year. And here are a few of my mini bouquets. I'm only taking 6. And then I have 2 twine bouquets. I just used the best of the best, and this will be my last trip to the farmers market. I covered the dahlias with some frost cloth, and it actually kept them pretty good. It kept them in some good shape. And the celosia I covered with the frost cloth as well. And it was so funny, I haven't had much out of the helichrysum all year, but they seem to just flourish once it got cold, because I didn't use hardly any this year. And then this is a perennial phlox that did well, so did the apple mint. The basil was covered and it did okay as well. And of course the grass. And then this was the leftover sweet Annie. And I have a few of the mahogany splendor that I cut before it got really cold. And then the anemone. Now this is what I woke up to the day of the first frost. So here I am crunching in the grass. And then here is some hibiscus, and I love the way hibiscus looks. It's just so beautiful. I mean, I don't like it when it frosts because, my flowers are dying, my foliage is dying, but there's something that's very beautiful about a frost as well. And then here's some zinnias, and I never did get those tomatoes. Now, there is some things in the garden that is still hanging on, and after the farmer's market, I ended up just taking the frost blankets off and just letting things happen the way they're going to happen. It's aggravating unless you have things hooped and then you cover them. It's very frustrating to go out there and try to cover things that are very tall, like dahlias and zinnias. And so after the farmer's market, I just let it go and let nature take its course. But there are some things out there that are still trying to hang on. And here is some pictures that I took this morning. And there's some beautiful dahlias, and labyrinth is still hanging on. And there was one lovely diva flower. And the celosia, some of the celosia is going to seed. It was a little bit nipped by the frost, even though it was covered. and then some of them kind of down inside of the big celosia because the celosia got huge this year. And here's some celosia that was kind of inside. It was very protected by the frost blanket and it's still going strong. And then the helichrysum has just flourished. I said that before. It is loving this cool temperatures and it likes the cool nighttime temperatures, I think, especially. And the snapdragons, they're looking absolutely gorgeous. And it seems like those two, it's been a hot year. This is the first year that I have been like, I am ready for fall. I mean, it was hot this year. And the snapdragons and the helichrysum, they just kind of took a step back and just kind of went dormant and just didn't do that much. But once we got those cool nighttime temperatures, they just they started blooming again and looking really great. And then here is some pictures of the zinnias. The zinnias got hit hard, and even before the frost, they were going downhill anyways. I mean, they had done so well this year, and they had produced so many flowers, and they just did amazing. And they are prone to get a few different diseases, so that's why I like to succession plant them. And these were just tired, and when that frost came, they were done for sure. But I had a really fun year growing zinnias, and I will miss them until next year. So here's just a few pictures, and they're still beautiful, and I have a lot of seeds to collect from these guys. I have a nice mix. I tried to hand pollinate them and it just didn't work out because when I had the idea to try hand pollination, that is right when it was like the week that the frost came. They just didn't have time to mature. So I did learn some stuff attempting that this year. So I look forward to trying that again next year. It was fun, and I didn't really understand all of the parts of a zinnia because they're a little bit different from other flowers, but I think I got it figured out now. So next year I know what to do, and I will be sure to try my hand at pollinating some zinnias by hand. But here are just the last of these zinnias, and when I went to the farmer's market, I did the 6 minis and the 2 twine bouquets. And it was a cold morning for sure. And we didn't get too many customers. So I sold all the minis and one of the twine bouquets, but I did have one that I brought home and it's a week today. So this is a week old. And here's some close-ups of this last bouquet. And of course, the helichrysum looks really good and still nice and fresh, but it's surprising how well the anemones hang on. And they love, I have these outside of my house and they love the cool temps too. Sometimes I like to shake off all the petals and just have the little tiny immature seed head left over. And I think they just have a nice wiry element to a bouquet as well. All right, well, that is everything for this video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, I forgot something. I got all my seeds in for next year. So I went through all of my seeds. I took like a seed inventory because sometimes you just don't know what you have or how many. So I went through all of my seeds, and it's a good thing I did because I almost ordered way too many zinnias. In the next video, I'm going to go over some of the seeds that I ordered for next year and just my plans for the next season. So that will be a fun video. I'm not even going to open these until I record the next video. I think that will be fun because I placed this order about 2 weeks ago and I've just been leaving them here. I know what's in here, but it'll refresh my memory, and we'll do that while I do the next video. So you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and I'll close with some more pictures.